Hello students, now today I will start exercise 8.3 question number 1 and also I will explain sum number 1 of exercise 8.4 also. Fine. So what is there in question number 1 of exercise 8.3? Which is greater? As you see, I have written 10 questions. You see all the decimals numbers are there, so you have to compare the decimal form in each of the following questions. Fine. So now the question is how to compare the decimal numbers. This is what you have to learn today. Now see, in decimal number you have two parts. That is, one is on the left hand side and one is on the right hand side, isn't it? So the numbers which are on the left hand side of the decimals are called the whole part. Fine, whole number you can say, whole part. And on the left hand side we start with 10th, 100th, 1000, isn't it? So whenever you are comparing the two decimal number, the first thing that you have to compare is the whole part first. That is the numbers which are on the left hand side of the decimal. Fine. So what is there on the left hand side of the decimal? 0. This number is also having 0. So both are equal. We cannot say anything. Now let's compare the 10th part. Now see, in this number we have 3 is there in the 10th part. And in this number 4 is there in the 10th part. So which is greater? Obviously 4. So what we have to give? 0.3 is less than 0.4. As simple as this. Fine. So the same thing we will continue with each and every question. Now again we'll see the whole part. 0, 0, both are equal. 10th part, what is there? 0. This number 0, both are equal. Now the 100th part. So on 100th part we have 7 and this number is carrying 2. So which is greater? Obviously 7. So we'll write 0.07 is greater than 0.02. Now this one. So it is 3 written. So I'm not understanding what is 3. 3 is what? 3.0 or 0.3. So you have to know this first. Then only you can compare it very easily. Now always remember, when any whole number, I said what? On the left hand side of the 0, what is there? Whole part. Whole part means what? Whole number only. So this is what? Whole number. Isn't it? This is a whole number. Fine. So whole number will be always towards the left hand side of the 0. That means we can write 3 as 3.0. Fine. So this is 3.0 student, not 0.3. Okay. Now 3, we'll compare the whole part first. Now this number is carrying 3 as a whole part and this number is carrying 0 as a whole part. So which is greater? Obviously 3. So 3 is greater than 0, isn't it? Now the same thing here. Whole part 0 and 0, same. 10th part we are having 5 and here we have 0. So which number is greater? 5. Obviously that means 0.5 is greater than 0.05. Absolutely right. Now compare this to decimal number. Whole part we have 1, 1, both the same. 10th part we have 2 and 2, both the same. On the 100th part we have 3, but here, sir, there is no 100th part. If there is no 100th part, that means we have 0 here. Okay, so now we can easily compare. That is 100 part 3 and here 100 part is 0. So which one is greater? 3. So obviously 1.23 would be greater than 1.20. Now let's come to sum number F. Now whole part 0, 0, both are same. 10th part 0 and here we have 1. So which one is greater? Obviously 1. So we'll write this same. So this number is less than this number. Okay, see, so simple. Now here we have whole part as 1, here we have 1, both are same. 10th part we have 5, 10th part we have also 5. So up till here it is all similar. Now this number is carrying 100 part as 0, but here we don't have any 100 part. So what we have to do? We have to write 0. So these two number are what? Equals to each other. Absolutely right. They are equal to each other. Now let's move on to sum number 8. Whole part is 1. Whole part is 1. Both the same. 10th part we are having 4 here. Again we have 4 here also. 100th part we have 3. And 100th part we have 9 here. So which one is greater? 9. So we'll put less than sign. Okay. So now let's see this. Whole part we have 3. Whole part we have 3. 10th part we have 3. Here also we have 3. Now on the 100 part we have 0, nothing is there, so we'll write 0 here only. Okay, and on 1000 part also we have 0 here, so we'll write 0 here only. So what you can say about these two numbers? They are equal. Absolutely, they are equal to each other. Now last sum, 5 whole part. Here also whole part is 5. What is there in the 10 part? 6. We have 6 also here also. Now 100 part is what? 4. And what we have here? 0. So which one is greater? 4 or 0? Obviously 4. So which sign we'll put here? Greater than sign. Fine. So that means 5.64 is greater than 5.603. Okay. Now this is a solution of question number 1. Now let's move on to exercise number 8.4. Question number 1. Question number 1 of exercise 8.4, students, we have to express as rupees using the decimal. So most of the questions, all the questions you can say in question number 1 are given in passive form. So we have to convert the passive form to rupee form. But before that, we have to understand the relation between paise and rupee. Then it will be very, very easy for all of you to do all the sums. Now we know that 100 paise is equals to 1 rupee, isn't it? So we are changing the paise to rupee. That is the reason I have written 100 paise equals to 1 rupee. Now if 100 paise is equals to 1 rupee, then 1 paise would be what? More rupee or less rupee? Absolutely less rupee. So we will divide 1 by 100 in this case. So this is the relation, students. So this is the relation that you have to follow for each question. So what we have learned here, we have learned that whenever you are converting any number which is given in the passive form, any number, students, 5, 20, 25, 12, 100, 75, 1025, any number, whichever number is here, but with passive form. And if you have to convert the passive form to rupee form, then what you have to do? You have to divide that number by 100. Fine, this is the first step, and after that you have to convert it into the decimal form. This is what exactly we are going to do now. Okay, so now question number A, what we have? 5 paise. So we'll write it directly, students. 5 paise. So now what we have to do? 5 paise, we have to convert it into the rupee form. So what we have to do? We have to divide this 5 by what? 100. Absolutely right, 100. And what we have to write here? Rupees. Okay, now we'll write rupees. Now the first job is done. Now what is the second job? The second job is to convert this into the decimal form. So how many zeros are there? 2. So as we know that number of zeros means we have to put the decimal after 2 digits, and we have to start counting from extreme right to left hand side. Fine. So but the problem is we have only 1 digit here. So what about the other digits? So we have to adjust that digit with 0, and then we have to put decimal here. As because there is no digits is on the left hand side of the decimal, so we'll write 0 here. So the answer would be 0.05 rupees. Okay, now let's do sum number B. What we have in sum number B? We have 75 paise. 75 paise. So that would be what? Again we have to divide this number by 100, and what we will write here? Rupees. So now again we have to convert it into the decimal form. 2 zeros, that means after 2 we will put the decimal. So it's 5, then we write 7, and then we put 0. So as there nothing is there on the left hand side, so again we'll write 0. So this is 0.75 rupees. Okay, students, so try number C on yourself. Okay, and question number D I'm going to do, and E also, all will do on yourself only. Okay, so let's do sum number D. Now sum number D is a combination of 2 units, that is 50 rupees and 90 paise. So this whole thing we have to convert it into the decimal form. Now carefully observe that this form is already in rupee form, so we'll keep it as intact because we don't have to change it. It is already in rupee form. So this is the portion, okay, which we have to convert it into the rupee form. So how to write this first? So we'll write 50 rupees plus 90 by 100. As we know that whenever we have to convert paise form to rupee form, what we do? We divide that required number by 100 and we'll write rupees here. So you have to convert this into the decimal form. So 50 rupees plus the decimal form of this would be 0.90 rupees. I hope all of you have understood why I have written 0.90. Now add it. That is, you have to add 50 and 0.9. So 50 means 50.00, as because it is a whole number. I said 50.00 and 0.90 plus, so add it, 9.05. So your answer is, you can give sign also like this, rupee sign, okay, 50.90. Or if you want to write 50.90 rupees, then also it is okay. Okay students, so that's it for today's session. I hope all of you have understood. Take care, God bless you all, and stay blessed.